Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. Now, today's no different. Today, we're back to talk about Erika Girardi and her thoughts on her storyline on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I kind of think in her mind, she feels like she's carrying the show, but honestly, I don't know if I have an argument for that. And of course, Rinna is going to weigh in on all of it. Now, before we get started with that, of course, you know how this works. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now, with that, roll that intro.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Now, of course, we're all watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 11. That's why you're here, and that's what we're here to talk about. But it seems like Erika Girardi was very active on Twitter over the past few days. She was answering fans' questions, and she was kind of just letting us know, I'm bored, talk to me. Okay, so some of the fans were responding to her, letting her know that they feel like you are the only one on the show with a storyline. I don't know if that's necessarily true. And let me give you my argument here. Yes, she has the main storyline because she has this huge scandal hanging over her head. But also we have to remember there's the Kathy Hilton, Kyle Richards dynamic. We were introduced to Crystal Kung Minkoff. Okay. Sure, we don't have much going on with Dorit Kemsley, but then we also have Rinna blindly defending Erika Girardi. I mean, there's little side storylines, but sure, if you want to say the epicenter of the show, like what is the main storyline, I guess we can pretty much give this to Erika. But I've said this multiple times. When you watch the different franchises, you get Pantygate, Puppygate, Strippergate. You always have one universal main storyline. And when you have the Aaron Brockovich attorney being accused of embezzling millions and millions of dollars, when you have Erika Girardi coming on saying she didn't know about any of this, but then she's like, look over here, Tom Girardi drove his car off the side of a hill, was unconscious for 12 hours, broke his ankle, but also he's been cheating on me with multiple other women. When you have, I don't have a credit card, but then I have a $14 million Amex bill. Yeah, there's a lot of red flags. So of course, honestly, of course, that would be the main storyline. That makes sense. But getting back to the fans who were tweeting her, this is what was said. Do the other cast members have a storyline as well, or will they all be riding off of your coattails until the finale? Just asking. Ending that off with, I'm getting bored with their bullshit. Okay. Erika offered a little bit of a hint, just letting us know, now you know we're going to beat my story to death, and there's not much else really going on. My thoughts are, and I hope she's saying that because she's like, well, on the show, they're going to talk about my storyline the most, but I hope this isn't a proud moment for you because this isn't anything to be proud about. And I'm not saying Erika is proud of her storyline because I'm sure right now she's going through it with everybody scrutinizing her every single move. But at the end of the day, imagine there are victims, widows, orphans. We can't forget about these people who are watching the show too. The Rui Gomez family, they've admitted that they watched the show. It's sad. So this isn't an accomplishment or an achievement, but hold on, it keeps going. Another fan tweeted her saying, how did you feel about last night's episode? I was noticing that only Rinna was really the only one standing up for you. And she said, rough, but expected. Okay, but why do you expect only Rinna to stand up for you? And out of everyone, this is the thing that I don't understand. Out of everyone, why would Rinna even be the one who you would expect to stand up for you? Because this is my big question. She has been the person who has really kept the storylines moving in the past. I've mentioned this on another video. She was the one who was so relentless on Denise Richards with the Brandi Glanville stuff. She was the one who was asking Dorit about people allegedly doing coke in her bathroom. She was the one who went really hard in on the Queen Bee of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. She was the one who went in on Kim Richards and was saying that she's on the verge of death, which is terrible to even say. She was also the one who went after Yolanda Hadid, saying that maybe potentially she could have Munchausen's. Why would this be the person that you would choose to be on your side to think, okay, well, she would be the one who would defend me? That makes no sense to me. No sense. So if you guys can make sense of it, please, by all means, go ahead and comment below. Another fan tweeted, if you had not filmed this season, you would have been called guilty and a coward, but you filmed and people are saying that you shouldn't have. LOL. And then also said, got to say, I was shocked by the response of some of the other ladies in your group, but to be honest with you, it reveals who your true friends are. Erika responded to that as well, saying simply, there's no winning. Yeah, not in this. And out of everyone, I feel like the victims have lost the most. Just saying. Now, of course, there were a series of other tweets, and one person asked her if she's watching The Real Housewives of Potomac, and she said, I like those women, they're entertaining, and I'm never bored. And then another fan came in with a tweet asking her if she's dating, if she's single, because we all know that she's currently still married, because that divorce has not been settled yet, but she claims, yes, I'm single. All right. There are so many questions in my head, but this is something that we have to continue to watch and wait and see how it plays out. I know a lot of people are frustrated because they want so many answers, but even like they said on the show, one thing that I can agree with when it comes to Lisa Rinna, she noted the fact that Erika Girardi can only say so much because of all the legalities with everything. I'm sure her lawyers are behind her, letting her know, do not talk about this, this, or this. You are filming a show. This footage can and will be subpoenaed. Be careful what you say. Very similar to what they told Jen Shah. When Jen Shah was indicted, she was, I think she was suggested to by her counsel, step away from the cameras, step away from social media. In the U.S. Attorney's Office, it's no joke. So you need to take this very seriously. Now, I don't know if this is, the reason that she didn't was because this is her main source of income or what the case was, but she didn't step away from the cameras, and neither has Erika Girardi. However, getting back to Lisa Rinna, we did a video on this and we released it yesterday. Lisa Rinna did note the fact that she believes Erika Girardi is completely innocent, and it's caught a lot of attention, especially from Ronald Richards, who I've said numerous times, I don't think that's the man who you would want to be on his radar. And he even mentioned the fact that she could potentially be deposed, called in for a deposition because of some of her comments on the show. That's a scary place to be. But she did go on and she added to her social media, putting on her stories, this. It was a quote by Erika Girardi, and it said in bold, the victims. And the quote read, the victims need to be taken care of. I'm not worried about me. I'm last in all of this. Those people are owed their money, but we need to see what this man did. It's just another example of Lisa Rinna sticking up for Erika Girardi in this moment. When honestly, I think I'm more on Kyle Richards' side than anyone when it comes to all of this. Kyle Richards made a statement on last week's episode, and she said, well, technically this week's episode, but she said, I'm here for Erika as a friend, richer or poor, divorced, married, whatever the case is. But if I'm going to be here for her, I want to know, what does she know? Does she know anything? Was she complicit? Was she not? Because if she was and she did know something, then I'm going to take a very different stance. Whereas Lisa Rinna seems like, well, I'm going to support her because that's my friend. I don't know what she knows, but she's my friend, so I'm just going to support her anyways. And then you have Sutton over here, who's like the voice of reason, saying, you might have said that Tom Girardi was in an accident over 3 years ago. He's experiencing signs of Alzheimer's and early dementia. However, he's been committing these acts for over 10 years. So those timelines, that's not the reason why this is happening. This has been happening. All right, guys. Well, with that, I have a few questions for you. Do you believe the fact that Erika Girardi is still single? I want to say that I do. She said that she is, and I believe her, only because I don't know who is willing to get wrapped up in all of this drama at the moment. But then again, we've seen crazier. And how do you feel about her saying that she's the one pretty much carrying the show, or at least responding to a tweet that said, you are the main storyline? Well, duh, she is, because this is a huge scandal. I don't know. my thoughts are all over the place right now with this. It's a lot. It's a lot to follow. So with that, guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, comment below. And before you go, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.